What up, what up, what up? Remember how I said after the election that the thing that we had going for us is the fact that Stinky, he didn't know intelligent people, and that this administration was going to be a disaster? In these clips, you will see just what an unmitigated disaster it is, as he doesn't know competent people. Well, he may know them, but he would never hire them because they tell him what a shit for brains he is, and that everything he says is wrong. So instead, he's installed these bootlickers and grifters, right? And if you listen, right, the through line through all of these idiots' policies is 2025. Is 2025. That's right. Project 2025. And every time one of those Nazi policies gets called out, if you notice, it's one of those architects from the Project 2025 that's trying to answer for it, you know? That Doge wasn't about saving money. It was about gutting the government so they can give this clown absolute power. But what they didn't realize, right, was that this is not 1934, and that the people, and not only that, there is a blueprint already for this nonsense, right? The people know what to do. The people have revolted. It's only been, 105 days, and the people have revolted. So I want you to check these clips out and just look at the through line. 2020, Project 2025, and the fact that it's a miserable failure because they did not factor that we are in the year 2025 and not 1934. Make no mistake. Make no mistake about it. This is Nazi bullshit, right? And the people got to continue to rise up and destroy this fucking shit. That's right, okay? So enjoy these clips, like, subscribe, and share. Peace. When faced with reality, not Fox News, right? Stinky's fart huffers shit the bed. Roll it.
Who pays tariffs, Mr. Secretary?
Answer the question. Don't have a seizure. Answer the question.
No. Answer the questions I asked, please. I only have 5 minutes. Who pays tariffs?
Sorry? Well,
who pays tariffs?
Sorry,
Mr. Secretary, please.
Excuse me.
The question is very simply, who pays tariffs, Mr. Chairman? I'd like him to answer that question.
Well,
he wants to answer other questions.
Well, Congressman, if the...
Answer the question!
The exporters, they dislike tariffs so much.
What do you mean if the exporters dislike tariffs so much? Bro, he's asking you who pays tariffs. It's a simple question. You fart huffer.
Why wouldn't they? If I think what you're trying to get me to say...
Did you remember the question? I'm not sure you did. Who pays... tariffs?
It's a very complicated question.
Reclaiming my time.
It's a very complicated question.
Tariffs, right? Reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary. Reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary.
No,
reclaiming my time. You clearly aren't going to answer. I'm not going to...
Oh! Listen to this stupid shit.
Just recently from one of my suppliers got the tariff surcharge on things. In addition to the tariff surcharge, guess what else got raised? American-made walnut plaques. That has nothing to do with tariffs, but companies take advantage and do that. So right now, we are getting screwed right and left because of the indiscriminate use of tariffs. That's the reality for Main Street. And you go off to Beverly Hills for private investor conferences and talk about crazy Ivan theories. Answer the
Crazy Ivan? How about dumb shit Donald?
what is the crazy Ivan theory of tariffs that you mentioned at the summit?
Well, first of all, sir, I've had meetings with more than 50 small lenders.
No. The crazy Ivan theory. I want to hear this. I never heard of this one.
So I want to clarify that. I would also say
What? Who cares?
that in game theory, strategic uncertainty,
In game theory, strategic uncertainty.
of which you seem to like the name Crazy Ivan.
Well,
No, those are your words.
words, correct?
Yeah.
Didn't you use crazy Ivan at the
Well, you've used it 5 times, and
that's the question.
I am saying the strategic uncertainty is part of negotiations.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Should we say,
Okay,
here's what we'll accept. Please take this.
Okay, I've got your answer. Thank you. I'm going to reclaim my
Strategic uncertainty. Let's fuck everything up and see if we can fix it. You fucking imbecile.
time again. So for a small business, we don't have that luxury, right? When the ports are empty in California and we can't get goods and people are stocking up for Christmas goods, Crazy Ivan is great for, please don't take this offense, really rich people like you, but for people like me, it's not, right? That's what makes small businesses fail. That's what makes people lose their jobs. That's what makes the stock market tank. So I'll ask one more time, who pays tariffs?
Sir, the history would show that it is a complicated mix of who pays the tariffs over the various times.
So that's exactly the problem. If your answer, and you are a very educated person, you have a very impressive bio, cannot answer the question who pays tariffs because you won't answer that, and you say it's a complicated issue.
Hey, Congressman, he can't. He can't. He is not allowed to answer that question correctly. He's not allowed to answer it.
It's not complicated. Consumers pay Trump's tariff tax. That's the reality.
Say it, Anthony. Say it!
It's total bullshit.
One bullshit of a whopper later. Old Dr. Dilly Winkles having a bad day.
Statements that Mr. Aless had made in the prior year. One was, you could not pay me to marry outside my ethnicity. Another was that he wanted to normalize Indian hate. The third was, just for the record, I was racist before it was cool. And another was, I just want a eugenic immigration policy. Is that too much to ask? This man resigned shortly after that article was published, but you don't recall him being there?
Congressman, I did not recall that individual's name, but that individual was terminated.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Terminated, okay. Well, I appreciate that. Although it appears that he then later turned up that he was rehired, I guess, and that he's continuing.
Of course he was. He's Project 2025. A bunch of Nazis just destroying this thing.
Treasury, sir.
Okay, but he was continuing to do work for Doge, but in this instance, HHS and 3 other departments.
I
have no idea.
I didn't follow his career.
Okay. You didn't catch J.D. Vance saying that he didn't think he should be terminated? Did you miss that too?
I don't recall that.
Look at this fart huffer.
Do you recall Mr. Trump saying that he should have a second chance?
I don't recall that.
No. Okay.
She literally calls them stupid to their faces. Continue, Miss Crockett.
Okay, I don't really know where to begin. We've got a lot of ground to cover in about 5 minutes, so let's go. I've got 3 statements that I want to know if you agree or disagree with, and I want to just go down the row. Yes or no? Does cutting pay typically assist in recruiting a workforce? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Generally, no.
No.
Thank you. It sounds like a low IQ implementation to me. So let's go to the next one. Does poor working conditions assist with recruitment? Yes or no?
No. No.
No.
No.
Sounds like another low IQ implementation to me. And finally, I'm going to start with Mr. Potter because I don't know how this is going to go. Does union busting help with recruitment?
No.
I know nothing about unions whatsoever.
I don't know anything about unions either.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so again, another low IQ implementation. I just want to be clear that the American people should know that these are all Trump 2.0 policies. So when we say that he's failed, let me tell you, we got receipts, and those are some of the receipts. So when we start talking...
How are we going to weed out the stupid in our society if we keep protecting people?
This vile sack of dog-killing Ozempic gets her lunch eaten.
That the Constitution grants everyone in our country the right to due process, including non-citizens.
The administration has the authority to...
Ma'am, I'm looking for a yes or no question.
No. No, they don't. They have to give U.S. citizens their due process. Anybody that gets here gets their due process.
So no, do you believe the Constitution? Yes, ma'am. Do
We
you
have
believe,
not
ma'am?
conducted
Claiming my time,
in
Mr. Chairman. Okay, Secretary Noem, I'm just looking for a yes or no here. Do you believe the Constitution guarantees due process to everyone in America?
Yes or no? Answer the question.
Due process is exactly what this Congress
Yes
lays
or
out.
no?
It is.
Okay, ma'am.
No, due process is what the Constitution says. It's the Fifth Amendment, you fucking asshole.
I'll take that as a
Us
no.
on due process.
Excuse me, I'm trying to ascertain your understanding of the law as it applies to your department. And you as its leader should be able to give us a yes or no answer because judge after judge has ruled that the law is not being followed. Do you believe that the U.S. government has the authority to deport American citizens?
No, and we are not deporting.
Oh, yes, you are. Stop right there. Yes, you are, you fucking dog killer.
U.S. citizens.
I'm so happy to hear that you do not believe that the law gives you that authority because the federal government has no authority under U.S. laws to deport any American citizen. And as I know, everyone viewing this hearing today knows that several American citizens have been deported to date.
That is not
Secretary
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's true. That's true, you idiot. That is true.
Question. Secretary Noem, that oath that we both swore before taking office was to
She doesn't give a shit about any oath, this dog-killing racist hag. No.
protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. Not the president, not a political party, the Constitution. And that's what we're going to keep doing here at the Appropriations Committee. Thank you. I yield back.
See what I mean? How can you take this clown seriously? This shit is funny off the chain. I'm just gonna let this dude cook. Continue.
Listen to the ranking member, and she brought up something about Trump talking about Alcatraz. And of course, look, this is just another distraction to divert attention away from the tariffs or rising prices or the struggle on Main Street. But since we're having a hearing on prisons, it's lucky timing for me. So, 3 times more expensive than any prison to operate in 1959, Alcatraz was. Okay, it needs about $250 million to shore up the infrastructure and utilities. All food and water has to be barged in, sewage has to be barged out. The facility is almost 100 years old. And so I don't get it. In the days of Doge, where we're cutting budgets, we got to find savings. Now we're going to what? We're going to cut Medicaid and SNAP so that we can pour money into Alcatraz. First of all, have you been to Alcatraz recently? It literally is it's a rust box walking around. You need a tetanus shot just to go into the building. Do we still give tetanus shots, or has RFK gotten rid of those? I can't keep up. And so, listen, where did the president get this idea all of a sudden? Right? Where did he get the idea? Perhaps he was watching Escape from Alcatraz, right? And I brought boards because some people are visual learners. Perhaps he was watching Escape from Alcatraz by Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. That was on last weekend down here.
Actually, funny part about that, it was actually on television in South Florida. It was on PBS South Florida over the weekend when Trump was at Mar-a-Lago.
So let me guess, this is more Crazy Ivan theory, huh?
In fact, he made his announcement just hours after it aired. You know PBS, the programming that he's trying to get rid of. So just in case you're keeping up, right? It's 2 dolls for girls and 0 Elmos. Okay? But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe he was watching The Rock with Sean Connery. You know this one. This is where Sean Connery goes back to Alcatraz because he originally escaped Alcatraz and needed...
Maybe he stepped on some rust and got some tetanus.
Like an expert on chemical weapons. Maybe the president was just Netflixing and chilling, like watching The Rock, which is not to be confused with The Rock. Right? That's a different person. And then the president's really excited about these sharks. Right? He's talking about all the sharks and the person escaped. He lost his clothing. So, sharks, they don't have laser beams on. They don't have laser beams, but maybe the sharks are going to be...
Oh, by the way, before I go, can you please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons, please? And if you want a cool t-shirt or maybe one of these, go to mockingmagamorons.com and check out the website. We got a lot of products there that you can show your disdain for this prick. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace.